Lovely to hear from Felipe. I promise I won't cry this weekend. One person I cannot vouch for on that front, however, is Jensen Button. He is taking a sabbatical. He's retiring. He's basically admitted as much today, saying he won't be back racing in Formula 1, not unless anything drastic changes. And he's looking forward to his last race, as he told us just this afternoon. Jensen, here we are in Abu Dhabi for what could be, possibly, your final race. How emotional are you going into this?
Very, very excited about it as well. And I have friends, family here, my mum's here as well, so it's going to be an awesome weekend, but very emotional, and they're here to support me. But the problem is, as soon as you see a family member when you're a bit emotional, you gave them more emotional, so that doesn't help. It's just going to be nice. I think the important thing is to savor every moment. I watched a good film actually about that, and we go through life and heads down looking at our phones, and it's about just looking around, enjoying every moment and living the moment, and take that with you, because it will probably be my last race. I look at it as my last Grand Prix. I have to look at it that way. I might race in Formula 1 again, but I have to think of this as my last Grand Prix, because that was always my idea, to not race in Formula 1 next year. But the idea was to have 2018 as an option, because I might get bored next year. I think I'll be okay. But it's nice to have that option there anyway. But I look at this as my last race,
So hoping not to have a lonely race on Sunday. A good battle out there.
It'd definitely be a good battle out there. And it'd be nice to finish the race, obviously. It'd be nice to finish the race, because then I can do crazy stuff.
Talking crazy stuff, if you do find yourself in a lonely race on Sunday, will you just hang back until you find some people and have a nice fight?
I've got to do something, yeah. I really want to enjoy it and put on a good show for myself, but also everyone else out there. So, there's a lot of my fans here, which is amazing. And you go down there's a boat which has got my flags all over it, and it's lovely to see so much support in my last race. And did the fan signing this morning. Yeah, so many, not just British people, but just general fans of McLaren, and with my hats on and what have you. It's nice, and my face on as well. There's some people with my face on, which is...
It's got to be a bit weird.
Yeah, not plastic surgery. It's
I was going to say, you're going to need it.
Cut out, yeah.
Okay, right. So Felipe Massa and Jensen Button, two drivers who will be much missed from this paddock when they retire at the end of the year. But great careers between them. So nearly a World Championship for Massa and a World Championship for Jensen back in 2009. Another World champion, Kimi Räikkönen, has had, I think, an exceptional season. Ferrari have not had it easy. Many would argue they have thrown away potential victories through strategic blunders. But things at the team are not as regimented. They are not as pristine and perfect as they need to be to bring championships back to the team. They had, of course, James Allison leaving halfway through the year. And really Ferrari appearing to be as lost as I've known them in my career in this sport. Even the likes of Bernie Ecclestone saying that they have become Italian again, and back to where they were really in the 1990s, rather than those years of such success with Michael Schumacher under Ross Brawn and Jean Todt in the 2000s. Be that as it may, Kimi Räikkönen has had a brilliant year and will finish this season, I think, probably as the Ferrari driver who has the most to be happy with, the most to be proud of. So we caught up with him just to see how he viewed his own season.
Well, if I compare it purely for the last 2 years, yes, it's been better. But obviously, it's not been a good year to take a big picture. As a Ferrari, I suffer as much as they suffer when we don't do well, and we want to win races. And so the fact is that. But this is what it is today, and obviously we keep working hard every race weekend and between the races to improve the situation. So I think we are working very well together lately, and it looks positive. But obviously next year we'll see how it goes.
Apparently the team's cancelled its Christmas party. Does that reflect how disappointing this year's been?
I don't know, you have to ask them. Obviously, I know that we have Christmas dinner, but...
not this year, apparently.
I have, so I don't know if it's different or not, or I don't know. Not my business, really, but you have to talk to them.
Thanks, Kimi. Father Christmas does wear red, but he is persona non grata, it would seem, this year at Maranello. Shame for all the boys and girls at Maranello who've worked so hard on that car. If, of course, we are to believe the rumours, no Christmas party for Ferrari. Calling to mind the famous Alan Rickman line, "And call off Christmas." One guy who's hoping for a happy Christmas is a guy who brought his team much joy in Brazil a couple of weeks ago. Felipe Nasr drove beautifully, great strategy, finished in the points for the first time this year for the team, taking them crucially above Manor in the championship and bringing to them at that same time a huge amount of money that they'll get for that finishing position in the World Championship. But his seat for next year is not yet secure. There are only 3 left. Will Father Christmas be bringing Felipe Nasr the gift that he wants most of all? Looking back on Brazil, how much does it mean, not just to you, but to the team to have pulled out that result?
It was amazing. It was fantastic the way it happened as well. It was a pretty emotional race that only us, myself and the team, we know how much hard work we put in on every race, every effort, every hard work we put on. And it was a tricky race for everybody, and I knew I couldn't put a wheel wrong. And when we saw ourselves running the top 10, we didn't want to lose it, no matter what. And better than scoring 1 point, we did 2, which put us ahead. We did put ourselves ahead of Manor. And we know how much valuable are these 2 points in terms of resources. And more than that, I was happy that I could deliver, again when the opportunity came. So I'm sure this will all help for the team in 17.
There's only 3 seats left in F1 for next year. You don't have a confirmed seat yet. How difficult has it been this year to show how well you're driving, given the overall competitiveness of the car?
Well, it's always difficult when you have a car that is being outperformed by other teams. But there were highlights. If you look at races and some qualifiers that we were able to show something when the tricky conditions come up, I was always there to take it. And the better that proves that was the race in Brazil. There was nothing that was luck. There was nothing that was really helping us. It was just the fact that it was a tricky race for everybody. Drivers having difficulties, and we were able to do it. So more than that, I don't know what I could have done. And as I said, the things I could deliver, I've shown. The things I could control, I've did it. And now it's not on my hands anymore.
How frustrating is that then, to know how good you are, what you've done, how hard you fought, but that of the 3 remaining seats, it could come down not to the size of the talent, but to the size of the wallet?
Well, what else they want more than 2 points, to be honest? 2 points means, the money, they will get it. So we need to confirm this weekend. And there's no better sponsorship I could have given the team, really.